Bruh, what has the world come to? What used to be considered safe, legal, and rare, which were all lies from the jump. My choice! My choice! It's now come to boast about it on podcasts and make little jingle jangles about it, celebrating it. Here's Lily Allen on a podcast, maybe her podcast. Can't remember how many babies she's taken away from the world, and makes a little song about it. Let's check it out real quick.
Abortions, I've had a few,
Right.
but then again, I can't remember exactly how many.
What, really?
Yeah,
Why didn't this come up in last week's episode where we were just talking about abortions?
because I was just letting you run with it.
Reveal everything.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think maybe like, I want to say 4 or 5.
What? What?
Yeah, I've had about 5 too. Lily, I'm so happy I can say that and you can say it and no one came to shoot us down.
No judgment.
No judgment. We've had about the same amount of abortions. So
I remember once getting pregnant and the man paying for my abortion and me thinking it was so romantic.
He wasn't right in the hat.
I actually think that is romantic. Do you not think that's romantic? Whoops. Am I an idiot?
Yes, lady, you are an idiot. Can't remember how many you've had. It's a laughing and joking matter. And now between two of these ladies, they have at least 10 abortions. Now look, when they said that it's romantic for a man to pay for that, are they being serious or are they joking? Because that's absolutely disgusting. And I think I think boys would pay for abortions because they don't want responsibility and they don't want to step up and step into fatherhood. Now, look, I was promiscuous when I was younger. I lost my virginity at a very young age. I didn't always have safe sex. I wish I didn't even have as much sex as I did as a kid. And look, truly, if I ever found out somebody that I hooked up with in the past had an abortion due to me, it would literally break my heart. I would feel so sad. I would be so ashamed. I would be devastated that like she had to do that because of something that I partook in. And it's because like that was a life. That was a human there. And if I was ever put in that position, if I ever put a girl in that position, I don't know of it now. And 2, I would be so heartbroken and devastated to learn that it actually happened. I would find a way to contact that person and apologize and tell them that God loves them and that I'm so sorry. But to be over here celebrating it, laughing about it, you can't even remember. This is the culture that we now live in 2025. And again, I'm going to say it that I believe that any guy out there that's pro-abortion or any guy out there that would pay for a girl's abortion is a simp, is a beta, is a loser, is a cuck, and has no cojones or real balls in every sense of the word. I believe that any man who's pro-abortion, it doesn't want responsibility for their actions and is evil and is demonic. I believe that even if you get a woman pregnant, if you're not ready, you step up and you take accountability. And you know what? You didn't have to have consensual sex. You didn't have to. And there are so many other ways to prevent it from happening. This plan B or even condoms or even not having premarital sex. Hello. And so that's my thoughts on guys who support it. They're lame. They're weak. They're limp. And now that we live in this culture where it is now promoted, it is celebrated, it's laughed about, that's where we are now. It's no longer safe, legal, and rare. It's celebrate it, praise me for it, and let's laugh about it. It's disgusting, it's demonic, and I hate it to my core. Now, of course, we got to go see what the word says about it. And in here, right here, God speaks to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah hears God. And God tells him, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. Now, although God is speaking to Jeremiah, this is God telling all of us, that before we were in the womb, he knew us because of our soul and our spirit. Before we were in the womb, we were already sanctified to live and die for him, God and Christ. Look at what it says here in Psalm 127. It says, behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. Other translations say a blessing from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. It's a blessing. This isn't just a fetus or a clump of cells that you can just exterminate. This is a blessing. This is a reward. This is an absolute miracle. This is why I believe women are superheroes. They create life in their body. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but shall speak with their enemies in the gate. Now let's jump over here to the Gospels and see what Jesus has to say in Matthew 18. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck and he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe to the world because of offenses, for offenses must come, but woe to that man by whom the offense comes. Now look, they didn't even get a chance to breathe. These babies, these potential children didn't even have a chance to claim the Lord. And it said, Jesus says it'd be better that if somebody made a child stumble and sin, it'd be better that a millstone was hung around their neck and that person cast into the sea. I wonder what Jesus would tell those who now perform these acts in 2025. What would Jesus tell these people would be better for them? I would think it might be a little bit worse than just drowning in the ocean. Now, lastly, I want to jump over here to the book of Proverbs in chapter 6, because we learn 7 things specifically that God hates. And look at the one that I highlighted right here. It says that God hates 7 things are an abomination to the Lord. And it says right here that hands that shed innocent blood. The Lord hates this, and it is an absolute abomination in his eyes. You're going to take the life of an innocent, sinless, pure life just because you can't take responsibility, or because like you chose to have the act and now you don't want to be accountable for it. So you're going to shed the blood of an innocent life for your convenience?
How dare you!
I'm sorry, but I have a heart for this, because the doctors told my mom and dad to abort me because I was supposed to be born mentally retarded, and I was going to have hydrosyphilis, and I might have lived for only 12 years. And look, they were wrong. They lied. They didn't know what they were talking about. So all of this talk too of like, oh, what if a woman is taken advantage of? What about incest? Do you not know the statistics that that's less than 2% than all of these convenience procedures? These are all convenience procedures from people who agree to have intercourse, consensual intercourse, and then they don't want to be responsible, so they terminate the life of an innocent child. I think it's disgusting, it's evil, and it's demonic. And for that, I hate the world for it, and I will never be a part of the world, not only for this, but because of all the degenerate things that our society is now calling good. It was said in the book of Isaiah, or in one of the prophets, that in the last days, what is called good will be evil, and what is called evil will be good. Well, my friends, you tell me what this is.